Welcome back to another episode of Related Conversations, the group chat on steroids. I'm your girl Melanie. We got Min Murray, and we here with Drew. And today we are talking lying and gaslighting. Yeah,
Trying to
um,
trigger somebody PTSD.
it might. Let's start off with a regular question, just something to ease into it.
Something to lie about.
What? Something.
I said something to lie about. Go ahead.
I mean, I think of you as a liar, so that's on brand. Um,
Mm.
do you owe honesty to someone that you meet initially? Like, if I meet you today, do I need to be 100% honest with you? Or can I wait to determine if you're going to have value before I get to that place?
You said, do you owe that person honesty?
I mean, don't nitpick on the. But yes, if I meet you, should I be honest with you about things, or can I wait until you matter to be like, all right, I think I might want to actually get to know you, so let me be for real. I'm not really 30. I'm 36, or something like that.
I feel like it's a choice. Like you have to choose whether
Mm.
you want to be honest with somebody when you first meet. That's a choice. That's all on you. I don't feel like it has anything to do with the other person. It's who do you want to be to this person? You want to be that honest individual that's going to answer each question that comes up. I think it's also depending on what's being asked. Like me, I'm forthcoming honest now in my life. I had a lot of lying ass days,
I
but
know.
I'm shut the hell up. I'm forthcoming honest now though. Like I will divulge information because I'm comfortable with my life and the decisions that I've made. I've come to accept them and I understand them. So now I kind of look at it as who are you for me to have to lie to you? I'll be able to, I can be honest.
So, okay, I want to say this since you say that I feel like it's more than just being honest, right? It's also, you were saying right there, you're being upfront, right? But do you think that you, or in general, use being upfront for something that you're not asked to make sure that you can kind of make your narrative about that? Like you can kind of control it before having to be on the defense or defending something or trying to, they're asking a question. If I tell you I work in finance, right? You can be like, oh, okay. And that's me making sure that you understand that. But then you get to know me, you find out, oh, I work in finance in the sense that I do the call center, which it really isn't nothing related to that. You know what I mean? Like, so do you think like being upfront is also because you kind of want to control that narrative?
I mean, that's the benefit of being honest. Gives you control over the narrative. But at some point in time, everything is going to come to light depending on where this goes.
Man, because I feel like that's fucking dishonest. I don't know if you realize what you just said. That was manipulative as fuck. I don't know if you realize that. And like you just went, you was like here, and then you went completely here. So we're gonna leave you where you at, and man, cousin, because what?
I mean, I feel like that you should be honest.
But
To answer your question, when you first meet somebody, you should be honest. But it depends on what your honesty is. If you should be honest about it or not.
like, what
The
is?
right thing to do is to be honest. But you know damn well if your honesty is some shit that's not mean, that's not going to get this person attention. Like I said before, your best bet is to lie about it.
Or or to go further, why would you not think in that situation, right? My honesty is not going to get this girl because she not going to be with this shit. Let me lie. Why wouldn't you instead think my honesty is going to get this girl? I'm not on the level. She's not for me. She's not going to want me. Let me leave her the fuck alone. Why do you go to the left where I'm just going to lie about it to get what I want rather than let me just be a stand up fucking guy? And if I'm giving something that she ain't going to want, let me just remove myself altogether. Like, why don't you ever go there? Why is it let me lie instead? That's
I'll
selfish.
tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
And it's, the reason why is because the answer you said before. When I asked you how important, percent wise, is sex to you, like you said, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's 70,
72.
72. Yeah, 72. Because if the nigga think like, you know what I mean, he got good dick. If he lie long enough to fuck you, that big fucking 72% might, you know what I mean, changed what the lie is about.
You
So
know how
if I
that's
lie to you,
crazy?
if I lie to you, listen, if I lie to you, right? Listen, if I lie to you about, say I live with my brother, and other people, right? I tell you, I live by myself. They live with me, or some shit, whatever I like about, right? And then once I hit it, and that the sex is real good, you might look past me living with these motherfuckers, even though I lied about it, because the sex is good. You probably just be on some shit like, when you gonna get your own place, or you know what I mean? If the sex is trash, you gonna be like, nigga, you lied to me about that. You're done.
Yo, and the thing is, you're dead ass serious. So here's my thing,
Dead
right?
ass serious. Because
This is the
72
thing
percent
that
is a
kills
big
me.
fucking percent.
Not it's 72 fucking percent, but that doesn't mean I want to be lied to so that you can get some coochie. Like, first of all, you are a nigga who thinks right here in this moment. You don't ever think nothing forward. The future is does not affect decisions you make. Which one is the type of nigga that a grown ass woman in the age that we all are do not want to fucking deal with. That's a young minded fucking view. But you not thinking about that moment, it's like, okay, so now down the line, you done lied to this girl and you got her into your life, which means you acknowledge that y'all were not two people who was on the same course in as far as what y'all wanted romantically. That's why you lied to her so that you could dupe her for that, right? So now down the line, you done lied to her. Now you done had this good sex with her, and she's hooked because the dick was great, and now she's making exceptions for the shit that she would have overlooked if you'd have been honest. And now a year later, you're mad because nothing I do is ever good enough. Y'all always want things this way because you was never supposed to be that nigga. And if you had been honest in that moment and sat your black ass out because this was not a field for you to play on because you wasn't fucking qualified, you wouldn't have these problems. You wouldn't think that she's crazy. You wouldn't start to feel like you're not good enough or whatever the fuck it is. You create that for yourself by thinking with your dick today and not thinking about tomorrow, because this shit ain't finna be no wham bam thank you ma'am. You're building a relationship with somebody that you was willing to deceive to get there.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mother Teresa. I don't know where the fuck this echo come from. I
I
hear
don't
it?
hear it. No.
You hear it, Drew?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm laughing at this.
All right, so here's the thing. If a God, stop putting it on me, because I'm telling you, stop putting it on me, right? That's number one. I'm telling you from a nigga perspective, not like, I know for a fact what you saying is correct. Like, he shouldn't
Mhm.
lie to you. I'm telling you why the nigga lied to you. For one, the nigga is not thinking like, if I tell you the truth about the situation, you're going to accept it, even though you might just accept it because you tell him the truth. I mean, he telling you the truth. You might look at it different, but he's automatically thinking that this is not the average thing that a girl wants, like, because you know what I mean. Like, what's good? Like, most girls don't want a nigga shacking up with blah 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 and blah blah blah. So even though you might be like, that's fine, like, are you working on getting your own place? You might feel like that, but he might feel like, even if I tell her this, it might fuck up my chances. So I'm gonna tell you, they live with me, or this is the case, or this is the case. I know what you're saying, and I agree with you. Like, you shouldn't, but this is fucking reality here. All
See,
right, here's another thing. Have you ever heard this saying? If the devil, if the devil show up to you as the devil, would you make the deal with him? Or if your enemies show up as your enemy, would you allow them in your circle?
I
No.
right,
You heard
right.
that saying, right? So why would I show up as something I know you're not gonna accept, if I know I'm the bad person and I know I'm not this good person, but I'm trying to get you to accept it. It's not like it's right, but this is why I'm doing it. Because
But
I know
why
you're not
don't
gonna
you?
accept it.
The thing that kills me about this is this mentality is for children who don't understand that no means no. You understand? You're pretty much taking away the consent there. You know what I mean? Like, for my thing, I don't like to be lied to. One of the worst things you can do is lie to me, because what you're doing is taking away my choice. The good Lord made me a human being, and He gave me the choice to make decisions in my life. And you think you're bigger than God by taking that away from me? That's fucked up. Not only is it fucked up, you're coming from a place where you can't be told no. And because you know you're going to be told no, you're going to fabricate everything you needed just to get this yes. Just to
I
get this yes.
I hear exactly what you're saying, but the sad part is, you asked a question in the beginning. You know,
Why should you?
should I lie to you in the beginning? Like I said, like, who are you for me to have to lie to you? But at the same time, it is, who are you for me to have to tell you the truth?
You know what's
Some
wild?
what?
You have a girlfriend, you have kids, and people like associate with y'all. That's crazy to me. Condolences
But
to
why
those
you keep
people
putting it on us?
because I'm
Right.
talking
First of
to
all,
y'all.
I know
I've
I'm not
already
saying
told
I'm
you.
gonna lie to somebody. I'm saying this is why motherfuckers would do it.
Thank you. We've done it before. Have
I
we
know.
not?
I
We got
am
better.
well aware.
Look, we did grow.
So
People
you
get
never
better.
lied to a nigga?
Come on now.
I'm not saying I've never lied. I don't practice lying, especially now, in
Okay.
general, regularly. You will
Yeah,
get
Okay.
a
but when you
brutal,
have did it, when you did it before,
everybody's lied. Yes. I believe
why?
there
Exactly.
were
Why
some
did you
lies
do it?
that, what?
Why did you do it?
When you did it, why did you do it? What was the reasoning as to why you chose to lie to him?
Let me think. When's the last time I've told a lie to someone that mattered? Well, no, I'm sitting here sitting, it's like, I'll give you, like, I lie when I break up with people, right? And that's usually just to reduce the amount of brutality and the honesty, right? So it's like, this one dude, just not into him, right? We went on a couple of dates, great dates, not the guy for me. Honestly, he's a little bit scary, right? So when I was going to let him know, like, I don't want to fuck with you no more, I can't say that to this person as a woman. We have to be very specific and careful in the way that we give men rejection, especially men who feel like they've already reached certain levels with us. So what I said to him was like, I think you're a great guy. I really enjoyed our time together. None of this shit is true. But it didn't matter. No, it wasn't true. And then I gave him the brutality in the middle. Like, I just don't feel like we're on the same level, whatever the fuck. And then at the end of that, more sweetness there. I really hope everything works out for you. I really don't give a fuck what happens to you. I just want you out of my life. But so I wasn't being honest, but it was necessary. I don't sit there. I'm not going to meet you. Wait a minute. I'm not going to meet you and lie to you about, oh, my relationship status. I'm not gonna lie to you about my kids. I'm not gonna lie to you about my expectations of you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna tell me I don't want to date a woman who have kids who's over the age of 30, and I'm gonna tell you, well, I'm a 27-year-old, no kids, no nothing, because that's not true, right? That's a lie that's going to matter. But in something like reducing brutality when it comes to rejection, just because I don't want to deal with the aftermath of that, I feel like those lies that are necessary, but they also don't hold weight on that person's decisions going forward. Yeah, shut the fuck up, both of y'all.
Shut up. I understand you, and I'll hear you, and I will give you that, especially when it comes in separation. Because yes, as a woman, you do have to move in your best safety. I will give you that. But we're not talking about on breakup. We are talking about on first meeting. That was the question.
That
Did you
wasn't the
first meet
question.
an
That's what you're
individual?
making the question be.
No,
But
that
when I
wasn't the
first
question
meet
for her.
somebody, I
That
don't
wasn't the
usually
question for
lie.
her.
What?
That wasn't
Okay.
the question for her. The question was why would she lie?
Yeah.
If she lied, why would she lie? And that was the reason why. But the difference is right there. The difference is you're in the you ain't trying to gain nothing. It's over. Only thing you trying to gain is you don't want this nigga bugging out or you don't want to hurt his feelings type of shit.
You
The person, the guy at the beginning, if he's lying, he's still trying to reach a goal. Yours is already done. So you like, nigga, I just don't want to hurt your feelings.
No, okay, no, because you're not wrong about that happening, but that's not true either. I had a whole relationship that went left and ended because of dishonesty in the beginning. When me and this man first met and we talked about the whole thing with kids, and he got a kid and I got a kid and nobody want no more kids. Now, 7 months later, we locked in. Niggas is in love, got a pattern, we in each other's minds and all of that. And now you're starting to think about us as a future, and now you realize you want to have more kids, right? His dishonesty led us to this place, which was really unfortunate because we was locked the fuck in, right?
Wait, how is that
Wait, I'm not
dishonest?
done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Me, if I would be dishonest, I would have stayed with him. And I would have been like, you know what, we can have these kids. We can do these things that I know I don't want to do. So I didn't lose access to him. I would have been gaining something. But as much as it hurt, as much as it sucked, I stepped left. And now we're not in this anymore. That was me being honest, even though I was not gaining anything that I wanted from it. So, bullshit. What you're saying is coming from the mindset of a nigga who has no boundaries, doesn't respect anybody's nose, and hasn't matured.
Yo, I hate how you just put this shit on.
I didn't say, I said a nigga. I didn't say you, if that makes you feel better. Tomato,
Okay, but listen to what
tomato.
I'm saying. Hold on, Drew. This is what I'm saying real quick. So this is a whole different angle, topic of the lion. Because now you brought it to somewhere else that made me think.
Mm,
So if I tell you when I first meet you that I want kids, right? And then later on down the line, I tell you I don't want kids. I lied. I changed my mind.
that's different. That's different. What I just said, he told me that because it was like I didn't matter to him. He had a goal he wanted to reach with me, so he told me what needed to be said to have access to me. And then when shit got serious, the truth had to come out. That's what I'm saying. That was he lied. What you're saying is you changed your mind. There's always room for somebody's opinion and perspectives and desires to change. This was not that. This was not that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little different.
I mean, so let me ask you just to move forward a little bit. Based on what you guys are saying, do you feel like in this day and age that we live in with social media and the way that people post and the way that people date and hook up and all of this, because do you feel like some dishonesty, some lying is expected?
Oh, hell yeah.
And so with that expectation, does that mean that you're willing to deal with it and accept it because it's an expectation, or are you just looking for the one person who's going to be 100% honest all the time?
No, it depends because there's blatant lying and there's lying by omission. And sometimes lying by omission is something I can understand. Um,
Oh, no, don't you skip over that. When can you understand it? I'm curious.
it's situational as hell. I can't.
Okay, give me one. No, you're going to
It's
have to.
situational. It's situational as hell.
If
Uh,
you can understand lying by omission, you should be able to have some type of example, even if it's not a personal example, of when that is acceptable.
Lying by omission is you not telling me the intricate details of something in your past. Maybe we ain't there yet. You ain't ready to share that. I'm not expecting the full story when we first meet, but over time, I'm going to get the rest of it. So we'll talk about some things, and maybe you may not go deep into in detail as to what it is because you don't feel like we're there yet. I can understand somebody feeling that way.
Is that lying by omission or just waiting until I have a certain trust with you before I give you intimate details of my life? I don't think that's the same thing. I think that what you just said is more of a privacy violation. If I meet you, I know you for 2 weeks, mind your business. My past is not something I'm finna divulge to you. That's private. That's for people who are close into me. I don't think that's a lying by omission. Lying by omission is like, um, yeah, I make money giving me the idea that you got a job, but you're really unemployed. That's lying by omission, which is also gaslighting because that's also part of this episode. Do you
There's a
know the definition of gaslighting?
oh, absolutely.
Minimalization, false dichotomy, ambiguity. Like you're doing things to try to make me believe something or to invalidate something, to switch my perspective to be what you want. That would be that.
True, but if we're getting into a situation and you know for a fact your baby daddy is one screw loose and he's going to come after whatever said situation regardless of the way that you feel, I feel like something I should know coming into this. That is something that would lead to me making a decision as to whether I want to be here or not. Because now you're putting somebody else's life in danger just because you dealt with someone in your past who may cause risk to you now in your present.
But for it to be a lie, they would have had to ask you some. Yeah, I would have had to be having a conversation about that, and they conveniently leave it off. It's like if I don't divulge it to you, it's not a lie unless it's asked and then not answered.
And some
That's the
people will
difference.
conveniently leave it off because they know what the result of that type of conversation will be. That's lying by omission, I would say, because
Do
you
you
know somebody's gonna
expect
lose some shit.
do you expect a certain level of dishonesty with people, man?
No.
You think everybody should just tell you the truth?
Hell yeah.
Which is outrageous because of all the shit you just said, but okay. Think on it.
I told you before I said it though. I know that everybody should tell the truth, but I know why if they lying. Like, if I mean, like niggas, I know if niggas is lying, I know why they would be lying. But I feel like everybody should be telling the truth.
See, I feel like I expect a certain level of dishonesty. That doesn't mean I'm going to accept it. So when I meet somebody, especially it's a romantic interest, and I'm talking with this guy, everything you say to me, I'm paying attention to. It is not true until I know that it's not untrue. Because I don't expect a whole bunch of honesty from anybody. And yeah, that could be through experience. It could be just because nowadays that shit is glorified. But I expect there to be some level of dishonesty. So when something pops up and maybe you're not as available as someone in your predicament should be, maybe if you're, you know, you're too available, if you're inconsistent and I have nothing to necessarily pinpoint it on, I naturally have a hesitation because I expect there to be something for me to discover. I'm hoping I don't find anything, right? But That's not usually what happens. But I can't. I don't have a faith in general that every person I meet is going to be this stand up guy. That they're going to
So
not.
is this small stuff or is this big stuff? Like when you
It's
say
with
you
anything,
expect.
honestly.
So if a nigga just tell you like I'm gonna take you out this weekend, are you expect him to bullshit like that? That's something big. Like if he say I'm gonna take you out this weekend, you already assuming he's probably gonna call it off or some shit like that.
Not in that degree. So it would be like this: like if we're getting to the point where you want to take me out, like I'm not going to meet you on Friday, and then on Friday night we decide to make a date for next week. I need to talk to you to know if I want to go on this date with you, right? So in those days that I'm talking to you to find out, if we're going to move forward to having a date, I've gauged you, and if I think you're full of shit, I'm like, he said this. Like I had the fucking cop. You know what I'm talking about, Drew? The fucking cop. This nigga October 19th. He asked me 5 times between the last month before October 19th. He was coming up here and he wanted to take me out. We had went on a date previously before he wanted to take me out. And I said, yeah, of course. I had a whole wedding. I was going to a wedding with Drew for his mother, October 19th. But I said yes to this guy. And I'm like, yeah, every time he checked in with me, yeah, we're good. Because I know you're full of shit. Like I have his name saved in my phone as average bullshit artist because that's who you are, right? So when not only he didn't show up, I didn't hear from him or anything. And the last time we spoke was after I found out he voted for Trump and I blocked him. I was not surprised there because I've gauged you enough to know that you're full of shit.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
Understanding that
second.
some people they say something to you, and then if they don't follow through, what you have for them is like, damn, that kind of disappointed me.
Hold on a second. This is gonna go left. Okay. Why did you continue conversating with him even after you already found out he was full of shit to the point where you saved his name as the bullshitter?
Oh,
To
just off
wait till he voted for fucking Trump to decide to cut him off completely.
Because I wasn't dealing with him anymore. When I went on a date with him in 2022. It is
Why was
2024.
you entertaining it though? You
But
knew
because
he
okay,
Mel
was
did
full of
shit for the
shit.
plot.
let me answer. Shut the fuck up because you're wrong. I don't talk to him that often. And my thing is, I don't usually block people. I'm a social person. I'll talk all the time. I'm not paying you no mind, and I don't have no expectation for him. I don't want to see him. We're not doing anything together. But sometimes we'll have entertaining conversations, and we only hit each other up once every so often. So when he hit me up on the nonsense about wanting to take me out, I haven't spoken to you since before the summertime, my guy. It's damn near winter. You understand what I'm saying? So that didn't bother me because I'm not expecting nothing from you. I'm not talking to you in a way that you owe me anything or vice versa. It's just, oh,
So
he
one
hit
of
me
those
up.
things
Hey.
a part of the problem.
No. Why would I be a part of
Okay,
the
so what if he would? All right, so depending on how you answer this question, you was a part of the problem. Because what if he actually would have came through on the times he told you, even though you this Mr. Bullshit is texting, he bullshitting. I'm just saying, yeah,
Right.
even though I got plans to do this. What if he came through? You'd have told him, all right, I'm ready. We come, like I'm here.
you see, you can't use that as a litmus test because throughout the time that we known each other, we supposed to had 4 or 5 different dates and they always fell through because he's full of shit. So this time was never going to be any different.
I
This
know,
time,
but
so
during the
I
time,
can't answer. Well, you can't use this as a litmus test because what happened was what I knew would happen. If he would have shown up, I have a wedding to go to. I can't go. You
so
understand?
you would have been the liar.
But I wasn't. Are you not? You're talking about a fantasy thing that didn't happen compared to the reality of what did happen. I said to Drew, I was talking to this nigga the day before. I said, "Oh shit, I got a date with such and such tomorrow." I was like, I'm like, I haven't even talked to that nigga. He not finna show up, and I already knew that because you get to know people. People are not as surprising as you think. People are very fucking predictable, especially men. You guys are very predictable, which is why you constantly get caught doing things like cheating because y'all don't know how to not break out of your routine. He is not the exception to the rule.
But what I'm asking you, and what I'm saying is, you said about 4 or 5 times he planned something and didn't come through, right?
Which hey, he
Each
has
of these
done numerous
times,
times. Yes.
yeah, numerous times. Each of these times, you just saying, okay, okay, I'm down, just because, even though you know he's not going to show up, even though you know it's not going to come, you're just saying it just because. You already got shit planned. You're just saying it. You already know he's going to bullshit. I'm saying that one time, if he would have came through, why instead of you just telling him like, nigga, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not. You saying the 19th, I'm good. I already got shit planned. Instead of you saying yeah, because even though he been bullshitting, he did in reality, but in fantasy world, what if he would have been like actually showed up? What would you would have did? Like, what you would have been
Couldn't
like?
tell you
Oh
because it
shit,
wouldn't have been there. Because I can't tell you that because it was never a possibility. He bullshit me when he's setting up these dates, and I learned that back when we actually was talking to date. I learned a long time ago this was never going to be the thing. So you bullshit me, I bullshit you because now it's just entertainment. This conversation is just because I got a lull in my day and I want to smile, and I sometimes I be a little
there you
crazy.
go.
That's it. But I was never.
That's the answer. That makes more sense. You is the entertainment. You
Yep.
entertaining the
That's what
bullshit.
I said. I only talk to him once in a while because ain't nothing coming from this. This is a conversation to get through this mundane hour at work because ain't shit else to do. It was never going to be anything more than that. But anyway, let's move on. When you do have someone, they've lied to you. Can you trust them again? Do you forgive them? Like a lie that mattered, not oh your shirt looked good and it was ugly. I mean like something that has substance to you. Drew, bring yourself back in here.
Sorry. Can I trust him again? Never 100%.
But you'll deal with them and just have a more awareness.
I mean, obviously yes, but like I'm gonna need to know it's worth trying to trust you again. Like depending on what was lied about, like lies hurt and they linger. Like it takes work to get over lost trust. And are you ever back where you originally were? I don't believe you ever go back. I believe you can get close, but I don't believe you can ever go back to where you were prior to the lie.
I agree. I feel like everybody. I think everybody is not gonna be 100% with that person once they find out they lie, especially like depending on the lie of some shit. I don't. I think nobody would be like, nigga, I'm just gonna automatically believe you once I called you and you didn't answer your phone. You say you fell asleep after you already got some shit that happened before. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something that triggers you because they lied before about some shit, and you're gonna be like, this motherfucker's lying. It's just like the shit we just talking about. Like you might entertain this shit. I know this motherfucker ain't coming. Nigga, they lied. You done lied 3, 4 times before. Nigga, like I don't think nobody's gonna 100% trust somebody again 100%. Just like believe everything they say after they already fucking got caught up in a lie.
But like I think that's a given, right? You can't you'd be a complete fool to still give somebody trust that they showed you they don't deserve.
Yeah.
But as far as being able to still deal with that person in the same capacity, what does the effect of that feel like you guys? Like for me, I can't do it. I realize that. And it doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter the relation that they have to me, as far
Yeah.
as whether it's a friend, a boyfriend, a family member. It's like I now think of you as a liar because you have shown that that's what you do. And I can't, anytime you say something to me, if it's not something I already know to be true, you're lying until proven otherwise innocent, you know what I mean? So it's like I can't do it. I cut it off or I take my space. Like how do you guys deal with that?
I mean, all you can do is take time and space. Like regular conversation is hard after that. Like that's when you talk. People talk about that tension that you feel in your home. Like I don't even know if I can laugh at you anymore for a while. Like it takes a while to get back to normal, let alone a trustworthy level. Like I don't know how any other way to get through it, or like especially when you're the person that's lied to. Why should I try? Like why should I try to make life normal for you again? You're the one that lied to me.
But you forgave them. So now they lied to you and you still have them in your life in the same capacity. So what do you do there? Do you forgive somebody for lying to you and then constantly punish them when they're back? Like what do you do?
No, you don't punish, but you forgive, but you never forget. And
But what do
sometimes
your
it takes a while.
actions show? Because if now, okay, what I'm asking is right, this person has lied to you.
Mhm.
And now you're never going to trust them 100%. You're down to what? Let's say 85% trust, let's just say. They're still in your life. This is still your girl. This is still your love. But I don't trust you as much. Does what you and her, what you have for her, what you do with her, the way you regard her, is that now different because of this lack of trust? Or does it look the same? What difference do you feel? What are tangible differences? Something that's actually seeing or
You
felt.
physically you don't feel like for me personally, it's physically I don't feel that close to that person anymore. Like I'm a physically affectionate person. I like to hug. I like to kiss. If we've gone through something like that, and you lied to me, and it's gonna be called, and we went through the argument, and I decided that I'm still going to stay, that physical level of affection, that's gonna take time to grow back into what it was before. And now that
What
might
you
take
do
a
to
couple
make
of years.
that? What you do to make that grow back though?
Honestly, it's
Just
time.
time.
It's literally just time. Like I have to grow to a need to physically miss you again. Now I want that physical connection again. But it's the lie that broke it. My physical step this way, and now it's gonna take me time to go back this way again.
So when your physical self is going back this way, the trust is also growing back with that person?
Because because of the way that I am, absolutely. My level of affection starts physically.
What about
And
you? Oh, sorry.
once that one goes, everything else is kind of gone went along with
Yeah. So for me, like what I would do, what I would need to be done, I need I need like nigga extra sauce. I'm talking about extra seasoning on the motherfucking reinsurance. Like I need all of it. I need mad reinsurance for every fucking thing. And it's like you said, it doesn't even matter like the person. Even or it all depends on the person because I would go about it different if it was like my mother. Like if I call my mother, I'm giving you an example. If I call my mother, ask her can she keep the kids tonight, and she'd be like, "Oh, I gotta do something tomorrow." I know she's fucking lying. She just don't want to keep them, right? So, well, how I would go about that? eh, I would have the kids call next time because I don't even want, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Type shit. Like I had the kids call. You got a lot of them now because I know she's fucking lying. So I'm not even about to ask. She's gonna lie. She's gonna lie to me quicker than she's gonna lie to them. So I had the kids call. But if somebody I'm dealing with now, I need reinsurance. I need reinsurance because if you're telling me something, I need to. You need to. I don't know. Uh, Send me your location. I don't know. Do something. But once you lied to me before about the person that I'm dealing with, I need the reinsurance for us to keep, for us to like, you know what I mean, like rebuild that motherfucking trust back. The reinsurance. Like I know you probably think if my girl's going out and something happened before when she went out and she lied and like my friend seen her at this spot and she told me she was over here or some shit, some bullshit. She'd be like, I know you probably, you know what I mean, worried about where I'm at and all some shit, so I'm just sending you my location so you ain't gotta worry about it. That's good enough reinsurance for me next time you go out. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
it.
But
Okay.
if you feel like, oh, why I gotta do that? Because this is the only way I'm gonna be able to build my shit back up. I need to know for sure. I don't wanna guess, I don't wanna call you, I don't wanna figure this shit out. I need to know.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
To be like upfront. See, I
Yeah, I
don't.
need to
Me,
know. That's
lying is a deal breaker.
no, nigga,
It
ain't no
is.
fixing shit.
It's like, bro,
Ain't no
I'm
fixing.
done.
Ain't no
No, but
fixing.
it's because
Done.
of experience, right? So I was with somebody and there was so many lies coming from him and then coming from me in retaliation most of the time. But I've learned that, oh, making sure you call me when you're out, I need to have your location, I want to be able to check this, I want to be able to ask this and know that is fucking exhausting. I do not want to have to go through all of this just to be with you, because love doesn't look like that for me. It did back then because I didn't know better. Wait a minute, I didn't know better, and so I accepted it because I felt like having this was getting through the hard times, and in my mind part of them hard times was the shit that came with like lying and cheating and shit like that. As a much more older, mature person with the experience of that, I understand who I am and what my limits are. And I don't generally go around just lying, right? I don't want somebody who goes around just lying. And it's just like, so if you do that, it's bigger than you telling me to lie. Is what you're telling me is that I can't trust you. And I'm not the kind of person that just lets people in. If I've let you in enough to trust you and you're breaking that trust with a lie, which is very fucking intentional, all you're telling me is I made that decision and you don't deserve to be there. So goodbye. I'd rather do prevention is better than cure. If I can prevent myself from getting into this with you, then I am going to. I
so
stand
once a
by it.
nigga,
I
once a
agree.
nigga lie, like the big lie or big shit is over. You can't. They can't build your trust back.
Sorry. Sorry.
That's what you're saying. Like a nigga can't build your trust back.
Not in the same way. No, especially depending, because for me, it's like, this is going to sound a little bit crazy. No, I'm not going to say that because that's not true. If you lie to me about your whereabouts, if you lie to me about you dealing with some other girl while we're kicking it or dating or whatever it is, all you're showing me is that I should never have given you that space, because now you lied to me. Oh, you was at A, but you told me you was at B. Every time you leave, I'm going to question if you're at A when before you've been at B. So I know this is well within your realm of capacity. You've done it before. You're going to do it again at some point. And if you don't do it again, it's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to lose my peace because of something that you did. And that's not fair to me. Especially if I'm not giving that to you, fuck you. Take your ass over there because my peace is the biggest part of me. It's what I value most. And you are taking that away from me. If loving you is causing me this much stress, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing that.
What if they give you the reassurance to show you that A and not that B?
Reassurance was due before you did it because I go through the same things you go through every day. And if I manage to jump through these hoops and make these turns so that I'm not being in a place where you're going to question what I'm giving you, then I expect that same from you because it's equal opportunity, right? We're both on this same level here. If I can do it, you can do it. You chose not to do it. So continue to choose not to do it. Just you won't have me along to do that too. Good luck to you, sir.
I feel like that's where the disconnect comes in with lying. You talking to people who don't see themselves on the same playing field. I don't owe you as much as I owe myself. You usually will lie to somebody who you usually look down on. You don't really care to. I'm like, I don't owe you shit. I don't have to tell you the truth. Where I go and where I decide to be when I'm not here, that's my business, not yours. As long as I come home, that's it. That's how you look at that person. That shit shows.
So that kind of goes to the question like, do you have a hard time being honest with yourself? I think both of you guys do, personally.
Honest with yourself?
Hmm.
Why you think that?
For real.
Because I've talked to both of you and you both have a big part of kind of like delusion in the way that you speak and the things that you say. And like when I know the reality of some things you say, it's just like that doesn't add up. So I think like not that you constantly lie to yourself, but I think both of you have. I think both of you are have moments where
I think
you're
you're
not honest.
completely wrong. That's my thought.
You asshole. Wow, fam.
You
Okay,
asked. I'm just saying, I think
okay.
it's not, and I'm not saying that you lie about your entire existence, but there are times when certain shit is said and about something you did to make it feel better. You might sprinkle some special words on it to make it look different to you, so that you can live with it. People do that all the time. I'm not saying yeah, special. I'm just saying based on observations. I think that's the thing.
Wow.
Do you feel like
Yeah,
you're
that's what I
constantly
said.
honest
Wow.
with yourself?
I'm wild too.
I'm saying that like, all right, so like for me, I can tell you there are things about me, like there are things that are not necessarily positive about me. There are things that are downright bad. There are things that are just like that is just so off-putting. But I own that shit. You know what I mean? Like people can meet you and they tell like Mel's great, and they're telling me she's a fucking bitch. Both of those things are true. Right. And all the details that go into that, I hold that. You know what I mean? And I think when it comes to negative realizations about oneself, it's really hard for a lot of people to stomach it. And that goes for like themselves and about people that they love. Am I
I,
wrong here?
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I've had some ugly conversations in the mirror with myself. I view myself in a very particular way. That don't mean I show it, but that also doesn't mean that I'm always going to display it. Sometimes I need to look at myself in like rose-colored glasses to help push myself or give myself the confidence to do something else. That doesn't mean I'm not honest with myself. But sometimes I do have to push my own self, and if I need to lie to myself to do that, don't I do? I will do that.
So what I just drew, what I
Yes.
just said, you just agreed with me in a
No,
much
no,
more
no, no.
fancy way. You just
You
said if I
said
need to lie to
I look at
myself to do
myself in the
that,
mirror
then I
with
do that.
delusion.
You just said if I need to lie to myself to do that, then I do that. And I just said sometimes I feel like you lie to yourself to deal with certain things. You said what I said. You just didn't like the way I said when I said it.
You call me delusional.
I was talking about both of you guys as a unit, and the point was
Oh,
that it just was inaccurate. But you just said what I said. You didn't disagree with me. I didn't
but
mean it to
doesn't
sound so
but
harsh,
don't we
maybe.
all lie to ourselves to a degree sometimes?
You guys do for sure. Well, you do. You just admitted it.
You know,
Not usually, no. You
you
talk
know,
to me every fucking day. Do you think I
yeah.
lie to myself?
Your level of delusional self confidence is amazing. I will always give you that. But that is a form of lying to yourself to push yourself through.
But I believe that it's true. But I like telling myself something to get me through is different than believing things that you may disagree with. I'm very honest with myself. You understand what I'm saying? When we had the conversation on the last episode we put out, dating with kids, it was like, I'm telling you, I think I'm a fucking amazing catch. But I also am well aware that there's a demerit against me because I'm a single mother. And what that looks like is failure. I'm well aware of that. Just because I don't own that in myself doesn't mean I'm denying reality. I can see negative things, but because of my delusional self confidence, like you said, what it does, I don't wear it. That doesn't mean that it's not relevant to me. That is two totally separate things.
Okay. You said that.
I don't know. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
man.
Over here pondering life.
I don't know. Like I don't know what she. I'm confused.
All right. Well, let's move on. Let's move on.
I don't know. No, I would like you to, to say what you think I lied to myself about.
I don't. I'm not willing to do that. I'm respectfully bowing out of semantics, details, nuances. We can chat after.
It seemed like you know more about me than I know about me.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I don't think anybody can know.
If you say it, I lie to myself.
I said that's what I see. It. I'm not saying my point of view, and based on certain conversations, like we was on Marco Polo for 100 years, every day talking about certain stuff, and there are things that are said that don't add up with, you know what I mean? So it's just like everybody lies to themselves. Many people lie to themselves in some area.
We was on Marco Polo for 100 years.
And we were talking every day, you and me and all the cousins. So there's just certain stuff that's like, okay, this situation here, then like maybe my reason why I think like that is because you and I share different views, right? So maybe you wasn't lying to yourself, but the way that you see it is true, and then the way that I see it is different, makes it look untrue. That's all. That's the last I'll say on
Yeah.
that. You want to fight?
No, I just don't know. Like,
All right, let's talk about a little bit of gaslighting, right?
Mm.
So gaslighting is when you're kind of like distorting a person's perception of like reality because you need it to benefit you. You know, it's some manipulation. You want them to doubt their feelings and switch their views so that you have made it through this issue there. Like, do you feel like part of gaslighting is, let's say you and I are in a relationship and I'm like, you know what? I really do not like when you do this. And in acknowledgement of that, you go, well, I don't like when you do this. Do you feel like that's gaslighting or that you do that?
no, I don't feel like that's gaslighting.
It is.
If 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 you saying you acknowledge that your partner don't do something and they acknowledge that you don't do something.
Because it's like you're bringing this up, but if I come to you with an issue and your response to my issue is bringing up an issue, you only brought this up in response to me bringing this up to you. It wasn't a genuine moment where you was feeling this and had to have this conversation.
Mm.
Do you do that?
Do I do that?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on. I don't know. I gotta have the conversation. Like it gotta happen in real time. It all depends. If somebody telling me something, because I don't like motherfuckers throwing rocks and living in a glass house. So if you telling me something that like if you a fucking dentist and you telling me what I should do for my teeth, I have no rebuttal because obviously you take care of your teeth. You know what I mean? But if you a fucking crackhead telling me I should stop drinking, like I'm gonna nigga, you smoke crack. It all depends on who's delivering it. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Though?
So what about in an intimate relationship? We live in this house. You and her live in this house together, and she's like, you know, you don't like you never fold the laundry when it comes out. Something basic, right? You never fold the laundry, but like she's pissed off about it at this point. Can you please just fold the laundry because every time you do it, da da da. Like, okay, well, I don't like that you leave dishes in the room, like something like that.
That's gaslighting.
It's a
Yeah, I didn't
fucking
know
bit.
that. I didn't know that was gaslighting, but yeah, I do that shit sometimes.
Because it's like you're responding in a defensive way too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're not even acknowledging the issue there and trying to find a solution there. You're just like, you coming at me sideways, I'm coming at you sideways because you're not perfect either.
I feel like that's the feeling in the middle of the argument. I've done it in my past, and it's taken a couple arguments for me to understand that I was also taken away from somebody's time and space. Like just because they brought up an issue doesn't mean it's your time to bring up an issue. And that was something that I had to learn in that moment. So I didn't. That's why I never realized. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was a form of gaslighting. But I did know that that was a form of you creating a problem when there wasn't a problem. Because if you already had this problem, why didn't you say something before? Why you got to
Yeah.
bring it up now when
Ex-
another problem's been brought up?
I
exactly.
thought females do that more.
What?
My
No,
whole
men
life, I
are
thought females do that more. I swear to God. I don't know.
really.
Every female I dealt with, if I brung something up, they would bring something back.
But you can't
Like
say females do that more because you don't have those conversations with men. So in your experience, females do it, but you can't say because in my experience, that shit is that's just, and it's
yeah,
frustrating.
every female I dealt with, well, I know a few of them that I didn't want to fucking rebuttal because I didn't want to argue. But if I brung up how I felt, they would bring up some shit, or they would not me. If I say this, they would bring up some shit right back. Like I'm just like nigga, that's bullshit. Like you coming back with what I'm saying to you. You should have been said that if you felt that type of way. You know what I mean? Like I didn't been say that. But maybe guys do it.
That no, they definitely do it,
Yeah,
and
they
they
do.
do it a lot. You know, I had a big breakup in the middle of being caught in the worst way possible. You're trying to flip the script to try. Oh well, you did get the. That is just insane. But it happens, small ways, big ways, you know. And I think gaslighting is definitely used as a form of like control. You know, like you need to be the victim or show this person is just as bad as you because you can never just be like the villain there, and you need to control the narrative, you know, making sure like when we was talking about first meeting somebody and you're saying a certain thing because you want them to have a certain perception instead of them coming up with their own, they're comparing it to what you said, you know what I
You know
mean?
what I thought gaslighting was? I mean, that could be a form of gaslighting, but I thought gaslighting was like kind of like gassing somebody's head up to be you be in a certain way, and then you actually not being that type of way, like, or you're gonna treat them a certain way, you're not treating them a certain way. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
if just say like I post all memes on my Snapchat, like I give my girl flowers and I do all this, and then when I meet you, I'm telling you about like how I want to treat my girl and do all this. Just like I put my girl first. Uh, uh, Giving gifts is one of my love languages and all this other shit. I gaslighted you to like me, and then once I got you, I didn't do none of this shit I
Never.
posted. I didn't. I mean, I thought that was like gaslighting. Like,
I mean, it's definitely a form of manipulation. So it's not necessarily
yeah,
not gaslighting, but it's a little bit more than that, especially when it's not like gaslighting's like intentional. So it's like minimization. You know, like let's say I'm bringing up something to you, you know, Drew, because I can't use you, man, that's uncomfortable. Like, you know, Drew, um, when we went out on Friday and you was dancing with Shauna and we I didn't feel comfortable because we came here together and you're like it's not that deep. That is actually a form of gaslighting because you're minimizing what I feel to try to make me feel differently because you're expressing that I'm doing too much. That's a form of gaslighting. That obfuscating and not being like clear, that's also gaslighting. You know what I mean? Like, are you sure that that really happened that way, or are you colored by your emotions? That's also a form of gaslighting.
No,
Giving
man.
somebody two choices when there's other options is gaslighting as well. Like there are layers to it.
No, man. Let me give you one because this is probably the worst form of gaslighting I ever been through. And when I tell you I was pissed when I realized I was pissed. So, Mel, you know me. I pay a lot of attention to the woman that I'm with. And physically, you can tell on yourself. So, man, one day I link with Shorty, we get in the car, and I can just tell her whole body language is off. Everything about her is off. That's not the way that we are when we in the car. We driving, we usually holding hands, we touching in some way. Like I said, my affection is physical. But she all the way in the corner. So I asked two, three times, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna give you one more. You sure? Yeah, I'm good. And I let it sit the rest of the night. But bro, that shit didn't sit well with me. Not for the whole night. Didn't sit well with me. Come to find out, right before we linked, she was with the other nigga, and her body told on herself. So when I finally confronted her about the situation, she couldn't believe that she told on herself. So she gaslit me into thinking that I was going through her phone to find out that that's how she was there. No,
Mm.
shorty, you told on yourself. I never touched your phone. If it wasn't to hand it to you or to plug it in on the charger, I didn't have a reason to go through her phone. I had never touched it. But
Mm.
because she physically told on herself, and that's how I found out, she could not accept the fact that no, you told on yourself. So she told me. I went through her phone and told everybody, oh, he had to go through my phone because that was the only reason he could have known. No, shorty, you told on yourself.
You should
Damn.
have.
Not the three piece.
That's how I was feeling. I ain't gonna hold you. And when I tell you, bro, like I gave her so many opportunities just to come clean until it all just blew up, bro. That like I sat on that information for a minute. I had no reason to forgive you stuff.
Were you
That's
able
what
to
you was
forgive her?
thinking though.
Did I
Sorry.
ever forgive her? Hell no, I ain't never forgive her for that.
That's what you was thinking though when she first was moving in her body language. That's the first thing you was thinking that she was with a dude.
Bro, we were together for every day for the first 2 months that we met. I know that girl's motions.
You
That
was
was
just
the
thinking
first time
something
it
was
was
wrong.
off. Something was off. I knew
Uh,
something was off.
Damn.
so how did you find out that she was with the dude?
Her sister snitched.
Uh,
The sister? I'd punch my sister in her face. I'm
Oh
just
no,
saying.
her sister snitched by accident
Mm,
because she didn't realize it. Cause she was pulled up with another nigga, but when we got out of the when we were together that night, she got out of the car. Like I said, I pay attention to my woman. That's a necklace I never seen you have around your neck ever. Oh, I got it from my sister.
mm,
Oh, I got it from my sister. I stole it. And when I seen her sister, I was like, "You nice for letting her steal that." She's like, "I ain't let her steal shit. What are you talking about?"
hmm
There you
And
go.
you said it in a slick way too.
Mm-hmm.
You said it in a slick way, so
That's why I told you, bro. I knew
you
something was
asked her
wrong.
in a slick way too.
I sat on that information for a minute because I'm like, I know something's up, and I'm gonna let her keep lying. I'm gonna let her keep lying because I want to see how far she dragged this shit. She dragged it
Mm.
that's crazy. Have you guys ever gaslight somebody? Like intentionally?
intentionally.
Intentionally?
I don't think I ever done it intentionally.
Which form of gaslight?
Any form. Whatever one floats your boat.
Nah, I told you the one that you said like if somebody say this,
Yeah.
I did that. Did that
But have you
before.
ever tried to like make somebody think something because, like kind of,
I got shit right now. I'm holding in right now, waiting for a motherfucker to say something so I could fuck with me.
that's so petty.
No, I'm dead ass. Like, cause I don't want to, you know what I mean? Just come out and just say it. Like, but I'm just like, like you got the nerve to say something to me. Like, nigga,
Yeah.
the fuck.
I think like sometimes though, like a little gaslighting is necessary. And when I say that, it's specific situations, right? Like
Hmm.
I was in a relationship with somebody who was unfaithful, and I knew you was unfaithful long before I knew you was unfaithful, right? I knew it, but I didn't do nothing to prove it. So when I got the information that I needed to show that, yeah, bitch, I was right, I was I kind of gaslit you to get the truth out of you because I wasn't getting the truth no other way. And I feel like it was necessary. I have no regrets for that. I'd do that shit again if I had to. Like, I'm not going to hold you. I put that on my silk press, but I
I
would.
ain't gonna hold you. I agree with that one too, though. I agree with that
Hey,
one too. Like to get information, like I know I might have to push you to get it, but I'm gonna do it.
right. Because I shouldn't have to do that. Like, honestly, sometimes
Yeah,
I think people don't take enough accountability for the situations you put people in. That's not something I generally do, but you've put me in this situation. So now I have to react and respond to it. And at the end of the day, some decisions are emotional because they come from a place of love and emotions. If your space in my life is because of our intimate relationship, a lot of what I'm going to have for you is going to be the emotional part of me. And if that means that I have to respond emotionally to some negative shit, so be it. So be it. And I think there's a little accountability that needs to be taken for the person who's created the situation that you have to respond to. So I think a little gaslighting is necessary, a little lying too, because it's all part of that package deal, right?
yeah, it's for damn for a package deal. You can't gaslight without lying.
Hey.
Man, listen.
He said, man, listen, what?
Um,
So like, okay, so now with that being said, so now I said like you get caught for lying, like ourselves. What makes you continue to lie when you get caught? Like, damn, this person figured it out, but I'm not willing to admit it. Like, what makes you like stick to your guns, ready to like die on that hill?
Probably still want to be with that person.
But that person know that you lying.
Yeah, but you know if you admit it, even though they know, it's gonna make it worse. Even though you know I'm lying, but once I come out and say, yeah, it's gonna make it worse. That's all she wants. She want you to fucking just say yeah, so she could just motherfucker. I'm gonna take this shit to the grave. You could have all the evidence in the world, but I'm not saying it because I feel like it's gonna make it worse.
I disagree with that,
But
especially when
once
it
I
comes
feel like
to.
once you don't give a fuck, if you at the point where you don't give a fuck, you going straight up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I admit it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think I disagree with you because like if as for you as a man lying to a woman and not dying on the hill for it, because a woman will lie to herself to be with a man that she loves. When you give her the truth after she's upset and she knows the truth and now she's coming to you about it and you're lying, and then you're like, you know what, yeah, I did do this thing. Yes, that immediate reaction is going to be a little extreme, whether it's pain, whether it's anger, or whatever. But I think it's more of a chance that she's going to forgive you, or at least have room to be able to talk with you or view you a certain way, because now I'm not still trying to get through this lie. We know that this is a lie. We've both acknowledged it, and now we can move to the next part. And a lot of the time, that could be like the woman is going to forgive. Like, so I think it does the opposite of what you think. Like if you're gonna, does you sword in hand,
But
you
that's
are
the
not
thing,
going
though.
down, huh?
That's the thing. We both different, thinking two different opposites. You thinking like if you tell me the truth, now I mean we probably can get past this shit. I'm thinking if I tell you the truth, it's gonna be worse, even though you basically telling me that you already know. Like
So if
I
I'm
I
telling you
have
this
to
as a
take this to my
woman,
grave,
if I'm
huh?
telling you this as a woman, that the better way is to do that, are
And
you
then I'm
saying that
telling
it
you
makes
as a man, man, if I tell you,
But
No,
the woman is
man,
the one who needs to
man,
believe the lie.
man, you gotta go her route. I'm telling you, as somebody who lived that, like, if I tell you the truth, I don't care what you know. You can show me the text
yeah.
messages. I'm denying this shit till I die. And for
Mm-hmm.
the longest, I moved that way until I learned, bro. When she knows, she knows. Just give
Mm-hmm.
it to her. You have a higher chance of getting past it if you just give it to
All right. So when you was telling them, I'm taking this to the grave,
her. Mhm.
whatever. You basically was on some shit like whatever, right? You didn't care.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it
Yep,
wasn't me.
wasn't me. Didn't matter.
It's
Wasn't
like
me.
whatever. But when you start telling the truth, you cared more. You wanted, you know what I mean? You probably felt bad or
It
whatever the case
hurt.
may be.
Exactly. It hurt to see how she felt already from finding out I lied. And if I continued that lie, it's just gonna hurt more. At least give her the opportunity to hear the truth out of your mouth right now and get over all of it at once.
You was doing that immediately because sometimes nigga, you might do that. You might tell the truth, but you ain't gonna do it on the first acts. Like, yeah, I know, nigga, tell me the truth.
It got me. When I first started to learn how to tell the truth like that, nah, I was still denying. I denied like two, three more times, but like, I fine, fuck
Yeah,
it. But
yeah,
now,
because sometimes niggas ain't gonna do that shit right away, but eventually we would tell you the truth.
yeah, eventually we
The
touch the truth.
first
Yeah,
time you catch me or in the act and you know for a fact and you ask, you think like that's just like, know what I mean? Like right away, I'm just gonna give up myself right away. Like
no, like
that's just crazy.
it's like I'm just
Right
gonna
away,
give
it's
up.
crazy.
The last time I was caught in a situation like that, I denied it four times, and then finally just said fuck it, and she knew because she had the
Continue.
GPS on the car.
Uh,
How well has it worked for you when she knows that you lying? I'm talking to you, man.
mhm.
How well has it worked for you when she know you lying and you still like fuck it? I'm dying on this hill. How well has that worked out for you in life?
For me, it worked out good. For her, I don't know. But in my mind, I don't think she knows I'm lying.
He said for her, I don't know.
Let me tell you why that's interesting, right? Women really put a lot of stock into women's intuition. So
Oh
I knew
God.
that we do. You can say that all the fuck you want, but I'm telling you, you cannot shake certain feelings, right? So when I knew that my guy was doing something and I didn't have no proof, but I just knew, right? Because there's certain tells, Drew, don't do that. Whatever you did, undo it. But yeah, thank you. But it's like I knew, right? So then when I found out for sure, now I already knew, but now I know because there's evidence and proof, and you are still sitting here lying to me in my face when we both know that I found you at this lady's house when you supposed to have been up at work, but you was right here. We both know that because you came out the door and there I was. Neither one of us live here. We live over that way, right? And you're continuing to lie in my face about it. At that point in time, that's when there's no way we can fix anything. There's no way I'm going to give you any kind of respect. You can't even be honest when you're caught red fucking handed, indisputably. You cannot dispute this. And you're still going hard on some, no, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. It's like any chance that you had for us to reconcile, for us to continue, for me to get over it, it died with your dishonesty. It died with your dishonesty. It now became a non-option. So he's like, if this was me, if it was the opposite way around, I would take the time to listen to you. But it's not. And now here you are reaping what you sowed. I just don't think like standing firmly on ground like that, I don't think it does for you what you think it does for you. You feel like because she stopped talking about it or something, oh, I'm good. I got away with this. How healthy was your relationship after that? Like, did you have times now you see her talking to other niggas? She posting certain pictures. She going certain places. Maybe there's shit that happened because she may have stayed with you when you did this thing and she knew that you was lying, but y'all and neither one of y'all wanted to fully acknowledge that we both know that you lying and now we gonna move forward. I'm staying with you, but I'm not here no more. Now I got thirst traps on my fucking profile. Now I'm going to parties with friends. Now I don't give a fuck about when you come home and whatnot. Things start to change. I think again, you have to think forward for the consequences of what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I disagree.
I and I feel so bad for you.
No, because you saying like, how do you
Yo,
feel? You saying how do you feel? Even if she left, if she left and got went on the fucking yellow brick road and found the fucking Wizard of Oz. In my mind, I'm still saying I feel still feel fine because even though she know for a fact I did what I did, I never admitted this shit. So her truth is her truth and my truth is my truth.
Your truth is a lie.
because you know
But
you did.
in my mind, I don't know that she I ain't tell her that was a lie.
Your truth is a lie, whether it's in your mind or on the fucking Bill of Rights. It's a lie.
And
All
then you
right,
said
but
she
how I
knows
feel,
shit.
listen, let me tell you something about the truth, all right? The truth is only how you but the truth is basically only how you present the shit.
Wrong, lie, wrong,
That's
wrong.
not a lie. That's not a
Truth is
lie.
not based in feelings
What?
or perception. Truth is
The
truth
truth is
because of
how you
what you think
present the
about
shit.
it. What?
All right, so if you right, all right, so look, when you go to court and shit, it's not about who fucking telling the truth or not. It's about who's presenting more to make the shit believable. Cause a nigga could fucking really did something, and the lawyer could make this the fucking lie sound like the truth, and the fucking jurors could believe that shit because his lie was more believable than the actual fucking truth. Now he got away with the shit.
That doesn't make the lie the truth. That just means that somebody believed the lie. The truth is still going to be the truth. It's a
Exactly.
fact.
So
Things
if
that
I
are
believe
facts and truth don't not be that because you can present it a different way or tell yourself about it. What do you mean?
because if I believe, look, she knows I actually just say like the girl put the GPS, found I actually cheated, right? And she come up to me, asked me about it. Where was you at? I'm telling her I was at my man Raekwon house. Blah blah blah. She know for a fact I wasn't at Raekwon house. Know for a fact. All right, nigga, I'm done with you. You're a liar. Fuck, nigga, I'm telling you, I was at Raekwon house. Fuck, blah blah blah. I'm done with you. I don't even want to hear this shit no more. I'm done with you. She goes on her life. In my mind, in my mind, I don't know that she knows the truth. So in my mind, my lie is the truth.
So you think she still moved on in life, still believing some bullshit?
No, no, she probably knows. I actually, she even if she don't, but
But
however
what
she
is
feel,
your mind telling you? Your mind's telling you she believe a lot.
yeah, yeah. Because all right, what if it wasn't no GPS? What if she just assumed I cheated because I was gone and I wasn't answering my phone and I was out all night and she just feel like she's not dumb and I actually was at Raekwon house and she left. And I'm telling her I didn't cheat, but she's like, nigga, I'm not fucking stupid. I'm done with you, nigga. I was calling you all night. You wasn't blah 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 blah.
You
So in her mind, nigga, she could believe I really fucking cheated.
you are measuring truth and the consequences of the actions of your lie. That is not the way truth is measured.
No,
Mm.
I'm measuring. No, I'm measuring about how you feel about the truth or a lie. I'm talking about how you asked me how I feel if I lied, if I didn't admit to the lie.
I didn't
The
say
question
how
is
you
how I
feel.
feel, huh?
It doesn't matter how you feel.
Yes, it does. Because if
No,
I commit a
it
fucking
doesn't.
murder and I know, hold on, if I
But
commit a murder and I know I did it, and my lawyer fucking get me out the shit lying, presenting to the fucking juror that I didn't, I'm telling you how I feel. I'm not gonna care because even though I did the fucking crime, even though I got off, like
so you
I'm
so
free.
you're still
I'm
going
not
on
gonna fucking
perception,
be
not
like,
truth.
oh,
Because the
huh?
truth in that, because you're going on perception, not truth. Because in that moment, the truth is you did do it. You just got
Yeah,
off.
but what's believable? But what's believable?
Is the truth that you
But
did it? Is the truth that you did it? Yes or no? Did you kill that man?
that's
Between
it.
me and you, we're not on the court of law. Between me and you, when you shot that nigga in the park, did he die? Do you acknowledge
Did
that
I
you
admit
killed
it?
him? It don't matter what you can get somebody else
But
to
that's what you
believe.
asked me though. That's
That's
what you
not
asked.
what
You
I'm
said.
asking you. I don't
No,
even
you
remember
asked
what
me
I
this.
asked you.
You
I'm
said
so
if you said this, is what you said. You said if I don't tell the truth, if the girl asking you and she
Mhm.
knows and you don't admit it, how do you feel about that? And I told you, I feel fine. It's about how she feels because in my mind, I didn't admit my guilt. So, like you said,
Mm.
you still lying to yourself. So my lie to me is not existent.
All
so
right,
you
so man,
didn't lie because she didn't believe because she believes the lie.
No, she is no lie. She
So
even if
it's
she
no
don't
lie
believe,
no more. Hold on. I
I
want to
didn't
make sure.
admit it.
wait.
I
No,
didn't
no, no,
admit it.
no, no. You didn't admit it. Like, let's say
Mhm.
you wore a red shirt and she said you wore a blue shirt. And you're like, yeah, I wore a blue shirt because she believed that now the fact that you wore a red shirt is not the truth no more, is what she believed. I
Right.
don't.
That's a fact.
Nigga.
What?
Yeah, nigga. The truth,
Yo.
nigga, the truth is
Yo,
what you believe. The
man,
fuck?
make that make sense.
Nigga, the truth is what you make
No,
what you
the
believe.
fuck
No,
it's
it's
not. Do you
not. It
believe in
makes sense
science?
still.
Oh my
Do
Okay,
you
god.
man,
believe in
Y'all
science?
man, let me ask you a
y'all
question.
niggas live in this fantasy world.
You live in this twisted world. You don't even know how to be fucking honest. You think honesty is subjected to emotions. Are you? That is fucking dumb.
That is insane. All right, so man, let me
Bro,
ask you a question. Let me ask you a
say
question.
it again, Melody. Say it again to show
I'm
this
not
again.
saying shit.
All right, man, let me ask you a question. So if she move on with her life, you don't care, you feel good because that was a choice that she made and she's moving that way and she believe in a lie. But how do you feel if you were to find out that if you just admitted the truth, y'all could still be together? She's moving on because you won't tell the truth. But what if you knew that because you told the truth, she'd still be there? How would that make you feel?
That's a different question, but
Yes. We're moving on because you're crazy.
no, he's saying if she didn't move on, if I told the truth, how'd that make me feel? Like if I told the truth, she would have stayed type shit.
Yeah. You chose to stand 10 toes down in the lie, and because you stood 10 toes down,
Yeah.
you moved on. And you can live with that because to
I
you,
don't know
that's.
how I feel. I'll just basically have to deal with it. Like,
But would
So
you, if you knew she would stay, would that give you more of a reason to tell the truth?
yeah.
that's insane. And once again, I'm going to say this. I'm so glad that we are related because I can never run into you and think that we're going to exchange phone numbers, get to know each other today because I would fucking kill you. If I was president, I would legalize situational murder
Bro,
because of shit like this.
cause whatever, bro. I'm not
Because
even
you
arguing this shit.
crazy.
You talking about right now. First of all, you making it seem like I'm about to cheat, and we talking about a situation. You keep talking about if I meet you, I'm not about to cheat and all those extra shit
That's
that you
not
be
the
talking
point.
about.
The
It
point
is
is
the
the way
point.
that
The whole
you
point
view
is
the
cheating and
truth.
telling the truth or not and lying.
The
I'm
point
talking about in
is
this situation. In this situation.
Mm-hmm.
In this situation. How I feel and how she feel. And he asked me if I knew blah 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 blah. Of course, nigga, any nigga gonna be like, yeah. I would have told the truth. I knew she was gonna stay.
this is the thing. You think that the truth is something that no matter what you feel about it, what people do about it, how it's presented, the way that they can rewrite it over time, the truth doesn't cease being that. It's like a fact. It's like we need air to breathe, right? human beings need air to breathe. Nothing is going to change that fact that we need air to breathe. We can be like, oh, you know what? Actually, when you're underwater and you're holding your breath, you're not breathing, so it doesn't count there. You still need air to breathe. A fact is indisputable. You cannot change that. And a truth is a fact. You can try to mangle it however you want to twist the perception of someone else, but that is showing you have an inability to be honest because you don't even recognize honesty for what it is. That's
Oh my god,
insane.
bro.
That means like even when you apologize, do you apologize genuinely or do you apologize because it's a means to an
That's
end?
a whole different question, nigga.
It
If
is
we, if
another
I'm
question.
apologizing there, you putting in a scenario and you making it seem like I'm doing this right now.
I'm
As if
not.
this is,
I'm not. You're
yes, you
taking it
are.
that
If
way.
I apologize to somebody, I'm gonna apologize sincerely with all my heart, like in real life, in real time. In this situation, if I cheated, because you making it seem like if you meet me, I'm gonna lie and I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna do all this shit
That's
and be this type of
not.
person. No, if I cheated and I fucking lied to the girl, I mean, she came to me about cheating in order for me to tell the truth, how would I feel about it or whatever the case may be. I'm saying right away, I'm probably not gonna admit it. It all depends on how I feel. If I don't care about her, I'm not I don't even care. Like, whatever. That's probably why I cheated, because nigga didn't care. That's probably why niggas cheated. Didn't care. But if I care about you, I'm probably gonna tell you the truth. Off the rip. I made a mistake. I cheated. Take me back, yes or no. But what I'm saying, as far as the truth and a lie, would we could look at fucking Central Park Five. We all know the truth, they didn't do it, but they presented the truth to the juror the lie to the jurors as the truth, and it made it believable. So what I'm saying, the truth, the lie could is what you fucking believe to be the truth.
So
Even though
you,
it's really not the truth, they really didn't do it. They didn't fucking find out till the nigga that actually said it and they got the DNA. But that don't fucking take away them niggas being guilty and doing all that time. So what they thought was the truth was a lie. The jurors, because they presented it as the truth.
yeah, they were. That's gaslighting, but the consequence doesn't change. I wasn't when I'm asking these questions. I'm not speaking of the scenario with the cheating. I'm just saying in general, the consequences that they faced had nothing to do with the facts of the case, right? However, people took it and they were guilty here, and then this came up. That's not relevant to the truth. Is they didn't do it, regardless of how many people believe it. No matter how much evidence they made and twisted so that people could believe it. No matter how many jurors said that they were guilty or innocent, the truth was they didn't do it.
Yeah,
That
but
is
that is
the
the
truth.
truth. But
That is
but
the
the
truth.
truth. But the lie was more believable.
That doesn't make it the truth. Doesn't make it the truth. It makes it a believable lie.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm
This
trying to
one
tell
from
you.
you.
It's the truth if it's more fucking if the lie is more believable, it's the truth to the jurors,
But it's not the truth.
but it's more believable, so
It's
it's the
not the
truth to
truth.
them.
If I tell you your chain is fake and mine is real, and people believe that your chain is fake and mine is real, does that make it
It's
true?
the people that believe that my train is more real is the truth to them.
But it's not the truth.
To them, it's what I'm telling
It
you.
doesn't
Whatever's
matter.
more believable is the truth.
Truth is not specific to a person. The truth is the truth, whether everybody believes it or nobody believes it. It's true.
It's just
But you
true.
can make the shit more believable to be the
It's
truth. That's what
not
I'm.
true. Believable and true are two separate things. They are. What are you kidding me? Something being true and something being believable is two totally separate. It's two different boxes. Anything can be fucking believable. We are in November 2024 in America. We know a bunch of shit is believable and a bunch of shit is unbelievable. That doesn't make things true. Truth is not about feelings. A truth is going to be that whether you hate it, whether you love it, whether you support it, whether you deny it, whether it's thrown in the ocean or tossed into space, it's not going to change because of what happens to it, what people do with it. I think you need to be careful with that because it distorts reality as well. I'm just saying, it just seems
I
like,
agree.
like having people's perspective of reality changed and whatnot to believe something that is not true is gaslighting. And it seems like that is the way of the world to you.
Yes.
No, why the fuck you keep making up shit about me?
I'm talking to
Why?
you
Why would that be the? Why would that be the world to me?
because you just said it. You just said the
No,
perception.
what I'm telling you the truth. What I'm telling you is the truth can sometimes not mean nothing because the lie could be more believable in and that shit could be like the truth. I'm not all this other shit like that's the world and all. But no, when I'm
Okay.
telling you, I gave you examples. Since you brought five, I gave you examples of other shit where the lie can be more believable than the truth, and the truth doesn't matter because the lie is more believable and presented as the truth. Okay, it's not the truth overall. It's not the truth, like the person that think your chain is fake and my chain is real, but your chain is actually real and mine is fake. But this person that thinks that to them it's the truth. Is all I'm saying. To them it's the truth. You know it's not true, but to them it's the truth. So the truth to me is like, all right, it's the truth overall. We all, the definition of the truth is what's true, what's facts.
So
But whatever's more believable is the truth to some people.
so let me ask: are all lies equal?
No,
No.
So if somebody, and I don't mean like, oh, something like a small lie, like, oh, I like your hair, versus, I lied to you about being with this person that I wasn't with, right? Let's say like, I don't mean to compare like small white lies to like bigger lies, but
Mhm.
does what the person is lying to you about matter, or is it just the level of importance that both are? You got something in your tooth? You good?
There's something in there. It's what the person lying to you about. All lies ain't equal because you could lie to me about really not, know what I mean, like feeling good. You're going through something, but you really just want to talk about it and you tell me you're good. That's not a big lie. That's like damn near human nature.
So if I lie, if you was lied to, like, oh, I'm going here with Shantae and them, and she didn't, is that the same thing as
No. Hell no.
I'm damn? All right. Okay. Well, how do you feel about that?
No,
Go ahead, you can
fuck
finish
it.
it.
Now, how you feeling?
No, I mean, like, so if she lied about that, is that the same? Is that on the same level as her, like texting another nigga behind your back? Is that like the same level there, or is it, or is one more forgivable than the other?
Oh yeah, I should let you finish. That's the same level. That's the same. I thought no, I thought you was going. I mean, what the example I gave was somebody saying like they don't feel good, but they good. Like they going through something, but they good.
I don't think
Like
it's. I think it's more of a formality.
That, I mean,
yeah, now if you lying saying you going with your fucking friends, and you're not, and you texting a nigga lying about that, it's the same shit. It's fuck you on both of them. But if you telling me like you good, like now I mean if I ask you like what's wrong and you telling me you good, but you really stressed out about something at work or some shit, or you keep having to get your car fixed or bills is kicking your ass, life shit.
Hmm.
If you lie about that, that's different.
Okay.
like a lie of preservation. That's fine. Like that's just for yourself. And you're not trying
Yeah.
to divulge any
Oh yeah.
information. But yeah, you lying to me and being deliberately deceptive. Oh no, fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, one last question before we wrap this up. And I just want to go back to the beginning when you said, lying when you first meet somebody because you want to get that person there, right? In scenarios like that, where it's like a intentional type of lie or gaslight to a means to an end, is there generally some level of like remorse or regret that comes with that, or is it just a natural ease that's just like, whatever, I'll do it again if I could? Like, what comes with that? Because I can't answer this because I don't do that, right? I'll tell you right
Yes,
up.
you did it. You did it. You
No, I
did
didn't.
it.
She
Yes,
lied
you
to her
did.
friends
You
about that.
lied with the nigga when you broke up with him.
That's not. That's I
That's
was
different
doing
type
that
of lie.
because I was feeling, so I didn't have a negative reaction because that nigga scared me because I thought he was dangerous. That's not nearly the same thing. I'm talking about you trying to get something from her. You just want to fuck, and if you come to her with how you are, she gonna say no. So you tell some lies and make it look like a way that she want, like you said. Does remorse, regret, any type of feeling come with that?
But if you get what you wanted,
If
Yep.
you're going after what you want, knowing that the things that you're presenting to get it are dishonest or not accurate.
Come on, you know damn well it ain't no remorse.
No,
Y'all don't
if
feel bad at all.
it's not that. If you're successful in a mission, if like you really just trying to get to somebody
Yeah, I
out
don't
the
feel
sight
bad at all.
stuff, no, there's no remorse in that lie process. In that process, I feel like there's only remorse in the lying
I
process,
don't
especially
feel
when you
bad.
first meet somebody. It's only remorse if you realize I didn't have a reason to lie. I could have just said this up front.
So if you get to have her, and now y'all done built a relationship because you started off with some shit that kept you in the running when you know your fucking unqualified ass shouldn't have been there, you don't have no type of issue later on when the things that she wouldn't have talked to you for come into play, and y'all got problems now because of course you do because you wasn't supposed to be there. Y'all don't feel bad at all. Yo, fear men. You, that is crazy.
Well, you man just put those two together. No, we didn't say that.
That's
We did
literally
not.
what I asked.
And
I
men
said
not the only ones that do it.
thank you.
Fair men. Men are the ones over here justifying it. We don't feel bad. Women aren't generally going up to guys trying to talk to them, telling them lies to get inside their pants. Not saying it don't happen because I think it's real ignorant to assume that that's what I would say. But I'm saying that that's generally it's the other way around. Y'all said it, and there's no
Well,
remorse,
we the ones
regret,
that's
or
on
anything
here.
about it. What?
We we the ones that's on here. You asking us
Yes, and
about?
y'all are saying it. I'm on here too, and I'm telling you the opposite.
Yeah, I'm. That's because you never did it. Well, you saying you never did it. That's probably a lie right there. You gonna feel
Yeah,
bad later.
You
yeah.
have to believe it's a lie because liars always believe that other people are lying because you can't fathom that somebody can tell the truth because all you do is lie, you liar.
So why you believe that other nigga was lying all the time?
Because he showed me he was a liar. I
So the fuck?
when I met him, and this is what I do, I know some people don't understand how to grow with intentions. When I met this person, I didn't know he was a liar. And as I talked to him and got to know him, and things started to fall into place, you learn people, you understand things, you read in between the lines, you take notes, and you showed me that you were inconsistent, unreliable, dishonest. I don't expect you to be anything other than what you show me that you are. I'm not going to give him credit to be something other than that just because I want to. Why? Why would I do
You was
this? Dumb.
lying. Little do you know, you was lying right with him. Entertaining it, you was lying right with him.
I mean, if you got to jump through that hoop to make yourself feel good, but no, that wasn't.
No, because you was telling him that okay when he was setting up dates that he was lying about, but you
I
really
wasn't
wasn't planning on seeing them.
that.
So why didn't you just tell him the truth?
And you think that I didn't tell him that I feel like he's full of shit, and I told him I'm not really paying you no mind until shit happened. How many times you think you can flake on somebody or show that you're just not reliable before you start to realize that they know that you're not reliable before she starts to say something? You think that in all the time that I've known that man that I just was, oh, he know that I know who he is. I've pulled his card. Do you know me well enough to know that I pretty much say the things that are truthful out of my mouth? Yes.
I don't think that you. I don't understand why you would keep entertaining somebody that's been kept lying to
That's
you.
not really your business. It's also not related to this conversation. The point is,
Well, what the fuck you the one? Oh my
me
god, bro,
entertaining him
what?
is the same thing as him being a liar.
Yo,
And I've already
we
said it
talking
was
about
just
lying.
Like I said, for the
about the
record.
lying part. What you asked wasn't related to that. But the point is, I've also
Yes, it
already
is
said it.
because listen, you're asking, do we feel bad about lying? But then you said this is what men do. But I'm asking you. You just gave a scenario how men kept lying to you. Why do you keep? You don't lie. You said you could. One liar could tell. Well, lies a lot probably feel like that because they lie. Think you're lying because they feel like they a liar. Whatever you said. I said you're probably lying. You said because you probably lie. You blah blah blah. What I'm saying is, why did you entertain a nigga that you knew was lying if you're not a liar or you wasn't lying, or
I've
why didn't you
already
just?
answered you because I wasn't trying to get anything or do anything with that man. You called me and it's just like I'm just having a conversation to pass my moment. There's no investing in this conversation. It's entertainment for the moment. I probably won't talk to you for another 4 or 5 months.
So
Pure
you got
entertainment.
basically got an excuse for entertaining a liar.
You don't have to
Why
justify
is him being a
entertainment.
liar a reflection of me?
Because why you if you basically know somebody lying and you saying this about liars and you asking us about liars, why are you even entertaining a liar?
Because what came out of that? He's lying to me. He's not planning to do these things. I'm
So
listening to
what you
him,
getting out of
not
that?
believing the things. So there's no harm, no foul on anybody's end. I was just being entertained. It's not my fault that me, whether I believed him, whether I continued to talk to him, he is still a liar. It didn't matter. He was.
But that what I'm saying is though, you blaming men. I feel like you're part
I'm
of the
not
problem.
blaming men. I said fear men because y'all don't even feel remorseful when you purposely deceive somebody to be with you. That's what you said. That's what I'm talking to. That is something that is just, for me, that's a little sociopathic. That's why I said that, because that shit is. Do you know, as a woman, as a fucking woman who goes out and date men, how much shit we have to wade through, how much shit it comes to with men, to the point where we're in our group chats like, oh, that nigga turned out not to be nothing, and all of us just kind of roll our eyes with a collective sigh because we're used to that. When I say fear men, it's not about having a gender war. It's about knowing that the odds of us running into a man that is going to purposefully deceive us with their words and their actions to get what they want from us is not a fucking unknown phenomenon. That shit is a regular, everyday occurrence. That's why I say fear men, because not only do y'all do it, you just said y'all don't even feel fucking remorse or regret when you do it. That is the scary part. You're not doing something that you want to grow from. You're not doing something that you think is wrong or acknowledge is wrong or think that the person that you're going to be trying to pursue is worth more than. Y'all are totally okay doing that. Yes, fear men. That shit is fucking
First
disheartening.
of all, girls
You're
do it
going there
too.
thinking about your dick, and we're going
Fear
there with our
fucking
hearts. And
girls.
guess who's the only person
I done
getting
met a
hurt?
fucking female that only could talk at work. Knew she was lying about
Yeah,
everything
I'm not
else.
saying that
The
my
fuck?
point isn't that that doesn't happen, but I'm talking about what you guys just
Fear
said
fucking
was,
women.
oh my God, this is right on par, and that fucking
Yeah,
sucks. It
yeah.
fucking
Because
sucks.
in the real world, not this little fucking fantasy fucking place you live in reality, if a nigga's lying to you, what makes you think? If a nigga's lying to you, like let's be for real. If a nigga's lying to you, what make you think a nigga that's lying to you gonna feel some type of way
That's
about
my
lying to you?
point. There's the thing. That's the point. That's the point. Because you don't even, like, some people do some shit like, damn, I hate to have to do this, but I be having to do this. Y'all don't even have that. That's what you just said.
No, no, you keep saying y'all. It's niggas that never lied. I
Don't. That's
lied
not what
before.
I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. The point is the fact that
Fear
there
of
could
man
be.
is what you saying.
Y'all
Because
had a
niggas a lie and don't
fucking,
feel no type of
you
way
and
about it.
Drew just had a unanimous consensus that no, we don't feel, and y'all both had a face on too, like, no, we don't feel remorse. Like, why would we do that? That is what I'm talking about. That there are men. I'm not saying every man. I'm not saying 2 men, 20 men. I'm saying there are men out there that pursue women and do these things without any remorse, without any hesitation, without any regret. That's what I'm saying.
That's like
Do you
asking.
understand that?
That's like asking a rapist. You feel like? Do you feel bad? Like nigga, he's a fucking rapist. Like the nigga, he's a fucking liar. The nigga that's lying to you, he's a liar.
It's the intent behind the lie. Like we said in the beginning, what's the reason why we chose to lie to some women in this situations
To
where we
reach
do?
the goal,
And
to get the
particular goal
fucking
that we
woman.
have in mind with certain women that unfortunately, if it doesn't equate to too much effort, I'm gonna give you these lies and this dick, and we good.
Why would we feel? Why would the person feel bad about that if they lying?
I'm
If
sorry if
that
we
was
expected
the
you
intent
niggas to
out
have
the gate,
humanity
then
inside of
no,
you.
there's no remorse.
We are so sorry that we expected people who do wrong to have any type of humanity. And I really hope that the 4B movement really makes its way into America. And that's the
You
last thing
talking to us like we still out in these streets going trying to go off like this. We're just telling you
Bro,
what
you can't even
people
tell
I
her the
I
truth. You
who
can't even tell her the truth.
you want
I
to know
have
if
nothing more to say
You
about it.
can't even tell her the truth.
I'm not mad about the truth. I'm saying the
I
truth.
know
When
it's
people
upsetting.
get the truth, you make determinations off of the truth. And I said what I said.
And you're not wrong, because unfortunately, yes, men have done this for quite a long time, and women now have a response to it. And we don't like what we're getting out of women as it is today. But a lot of us not realizing, yo, it's the ones before us that set this groundwork. But it is what it is.
Right.
Only way
So
a nigga gonna feel bad about it if the nigga didn't reach his goal and he realized he missed out on a good one. He probably feel like I should have just fucking came out of the I should have, you know what I mean? But if he reached his goal, he's not gonna feel bad about lying.
I just really hope that one day unqualified men will do things to actually be qualified for the spaces they want to occupy rather than lying to get there. So, with that being said, that's our episode for the day.
That's a lie. It's like, nah.
That's our episode for the day. You know how we coming to y'all from the group chat
To the
to the
podcast.
podcast.
My boy got a.
What's that, boy?
An actual fucking shot. um, Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. You can find us on YouTube at Related Conversations. You can find us on Instagram at Related Conversations Podcast. You can find us on TikTok at Related
TikTok.
Conversations and on Twitter at Related Convos. We post most Fridays and we'll be back with more to you. Please subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thank you for watching.